Welcome back, folks, and thanks for sticking with us on this Sunday morning. I hope you all are having a fantastic day so far. Joining us now, we are talking to the Citizens Volunteer Council, and we are talking to John Hand, who is the president. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. Now, you are the Citizens Volunteer Council for the Rio Grande State Center.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about what the council actually is, and I know you guys do a lot of helping out to various individuals, so kind of tell me a little bit about.
Let me tell you a little bit about the State Center
Okay.
first, because it's an unusual situation. First of all, we're located on Rangerville Road in Harlingen. A lot of people remember the place as the State Hospital, quote unquote. And people say, oh yeah, I remember the State Hospital. It's an interesting facility because it has both residential component to it, and it also has a mental health treatment component.
Okay.
In addition to that, it has an outpatient clinic.
Wow.
So it's a multifaceted building and center that we have there, and it services lots of different kinds of people at different stages of need, so to speak. And our organization, the Citizens Volunteer Council, is not directly associated with the State Center itself, in the sense that none of us are employees. We're all volunteers.
Wow.
And we don't have anyone that's a resident or a client or a patient there. So we work separately at no charge. Our organization is a nonprofit 501c3, and we raise funds to help out the different components at the State Center.
Wow.
That's our job.
Wow, and so how do people get involved kind of to help you all, or how did you get involved? How did you find the council yourself?
Well, it kind of finds you, I think, is what happens. We have two of our board members who have been there for the 5 years that we've been in existence.
Wow, okay.
I and three others have been there for 4 years. And it's so far, we ask people to join, and we do have a phone number that we'll be putting up later. If you're interested in either becoming a supporter or a board member, that's the number to call.
Okay.
And you can get some further information about that. It's because it's a state facility, and because the people that are vulnerable, we also have to be careful, allowing people to come in and sit on boards and things like that.
Right.
You have to have a certain degree of credibility about you. But mostly it's been word of mouth. For example, I gave a presentation to a Rotary Club in Harlingen about 2 months ago, and from that we got our newest board member who saw what we did and wanted to become a part of it. So that's sort of how you get on the board, listening to conversations like this and saying, hey, that's something that's worthwhile and it's something I'd like to be involved in.
Yeah, of course. And then the State Center, you said, helps a variety of people.
Yes.
And how do they end up getting help from the State Center? How does that happen?
Well, first of all, most of the people that are there, other than the clients at the clinic, are court ordered, either in the mental health treatment facility or in the long-term residential facility. So these are folks that for some reason or other have had some serious conflicts or unresolved issues in their life, and they need support.
Okay.
So that's how they get there in the first place. Now, what was the other part of your question?
Oh, that was just a question on how does that happen, and so how do they get there to get the help?
The residents, for example, some of them have incredible physical and mental challenges. A very simple one would be something like Down syndrome. But we have residents there that have very, very serious medical problems, and they don't have any financial resources.
Right.
And in many cases, they don't have much supportive family, too. Some of the residents that are there have no family guardian.
Wow.
And so essentially they're wards of the state. Others have family members that function as guardians and so on. But these are folks that are in severe physical and financial distress, the residents. The mental health part, these are folks that have been referred through various agencies who have mental health issues.
So you're telling me, so if the State Center didn't, or if the council wasn't raising money for the State Center, or the State Center didn't exist, where would these people go then?
Well, first of all, the state supports the building and the facility. But what the state doesn't support is where we come in.
Okay.
What we try to do is raise enough funds to provide some kind of quality of life for the folks that are there. If you go, for example, I'll start with the clinic.
Okay.
The social workers there can identify the poorest of the people who come there. What we try to do is provide those poorest of the poor with holiday meals.
Wow.
In the mental health section, Mental Health Treatment Center, we've been able to put together, we have a little canteen that we've been able to build for them. We have a little movie theater because they have nothing to do on weekends. And, you know, their program doesn't run over the weekend. So we have a kind of a little mini movie theater there. We've been able to set up a computer and a printer so they have some access to information and so on.
Of course.
And then with the long-term residents, we're working on a Wi-Fi system so they have access to the internet. And also we do things like take them to the zoo, Special Olympics. And there's a music festival that's held every year for these folks, and some of them participate in that too. So those are some of the things that we provide the funds for.
Definitely, and that's
It's
all
the quality
important.
of life, it's the extras.
Yeah.
And in some cases, it's simple things like clothes.
Wow.
The state provides a minimal amount of clothes for people. But beyond that, if somebody needs an extra shirt or shoes or anything like that, they have to turn to us often for those things too.
And of course, you are all volunteer-based, but you also rely on fundraisers, and you have one coming up, the Chalupa-thon.
We have a big one coming up.
Yes.
It's our Chalupa-thon, we call it.
I know, it sounds,
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people are going to want to get involved with this
I
one.
hope so. Every time I talk to somebody about it, this is what I find out. Oh yeah, we play that game on weekends at home.
Yeah, of
I said,
course.
why don't you come over and play it on Saturday, the
Yes.
6th of October from 3 to 7 at the San Benito High School cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
And do something nice for the Rio Grande Citizens Volunteer Council and the people who take advantage of the Rio Grande State Center.
No,
That's what
definitely
we-
sounds like a good
Yeah.
thing to do there.
And it's amazing the number of people. The more I talk to people, and I'll bet you too, that you and someone in your family likes to play Chalupa.
Oh, my family are big Chalupa
Sure,
players.
and this happens everywhere I go. And the thing we need to do is to get the word out. This is our 4th annual event.
Okay.
But this is the first time we've had an opportunity to talk to you and let the folks in the valley know about it. See?
Well, I think this is going to do wonders because, I mean, I know personally, like I mentioned, my family, they're
Yeah.
all about it. Now, I know there's so many people out there too that are just love to play, and this is for a good cause.
Yes.
And it'll be benefiting so many people and do so much wonders for, you know, to help the council, to help the center. So I think that's great. It's a great way
Thank
to
you.
participate in that.
Uh-huh.
And so you did say is October 6th.
October 6th.
Okay,
yes.
and then is there a donation or a kind of fee? How does it-
$20
okay.
for, there will be 20 games.
Okay.
Each game will have a prize of a value of $75 or more.
Wow, okay.
And I don't know if we showed it, but we have a couple of one of our winners last year was one of the Cracker Barrel rocking chairs. That
Ooh,
was one
those
of our
are always
prizes.
nice,
Yeah.
of course.
And of course, other prizes. We have a beauty session, about $100 value beauty session at one of the spas in Harlingen.
Wow,
May I
okay.
mention the name of the place? Am I
Yeah.
allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Desiree's.
Oh, that's a
They've been
great place.
very,
Yep.
they've been very generous.
Perfect.
And we've had support from people like Target and Walmart, and H-E-B, places like this too. Cracker Barrel, as I mentioned.
Perfect.
We have coffee makers, and we have a variety of guests. We're right now debating whether we're going to get TV, a smart TV for one of the prizes, or whether we're going to get a couple of the little things, what do you call them? The little, what is it? The tablets.
Oh, okay,
Trying
yeah,
to get
those
the
are always
tablets.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. And then, like, get this. This is really cool. One of my friends works for a mattress firm, and she came up with a wonderful prize: 2 luxury pillows. Now, I mean,
Wow, those are
we're trying to get prizes that have broad
Oh
appeal.
yeah, I
And
definitely. I mean,
see,
you've already said enough for me to want to come out and play. That's wonderful. So,
I brought tickets, so I'll be glad to sell some to you when we're done, if you'd
of
like.
course. So October 6th, folks. Of
Yes.
course, we ran the email right there. So if you have any information, you can go ahead and send an email. Maybe get some information if you want to volunteer as well. Volunteers are always welcome. Go ahead and give them a call too if you have any questions. Of course, the event is on October 6th at the San Benito High School cafeteria. It's going to be a great thing. You definitely should go on out, play, take your family, take your friends, go on out, have a good time, and help a great cause. John, thank you so much for coming in this morning. I really appreciate it.
Ariella, thank you so much.
Thank you
I
so much.
appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, folks. Well, when we come back, we are talking about the Brownsville Beer Fest. You won't want to miss all these details when we come back.